Hey everyone! Welcome to today's video where I'll show you the top 10 anime where main character gets laid. If you enjoy this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. This is ES Anime, and now, let's start the list. At number 10 we have White Album 2. Haruki Kitahara's light music club is on the verge of disbanding. At this rate, the third year's dream of performing at the school festival would never be realized. However, as his exhausted fingers drift through the chords of White Album, the first song he would ever play, an angelic voice and mysterious piano begin harmonizing with his lonely guitar. It is a momentous performance that marks the beginning of everything for Haruki. White Album 2 orchestrates Haruki's final semester with complex romance and exhilarating music, as the curtains of the stage he so desired begin to open. At number 9 we have A Town Where You Live. Haruto Kirishima lived a calm life out in the countryside, away from the fast-paced life of the city. Then Yuzuki Eba appeared in his life out of nowhere, having come from Tokyo to briefly live with her family. Their time together left him enamored with the memories of that short period before she just as abruptly disappeared from his life, and left him full of questions. A Town Where You Live begins some time later, after Haruto moves to Tokyo to live with his sister, in order to pursue a career as a cook. In reality, though he wishes to be with Yuzuki, things don't start good though. When he arrives, he is mistaken for a burglar and attacked by his sister's neighbor Mishima Asuka. After the misunderstanding is cleared, his feelings begin to waver though. Is Eba, who keeps avoiding him for seemingly no reason, the one for him, or is it Asuka? At number 8 we have I Can't Understand What My Husband Is Saying. Though they couldn't be any more different, love has managed to blossom between Hajime Tsunashi, a hardcore otaku who shuts himself in at home while making a living off his blog, and his wife Kaoru, a hard-working office lady who, in contrast, is fairly ordinary, albeit somewhat of a crazy drunk. As this unlikely couple discovers, love is much more than just a first kiss or a wedding. The years that come afterward in the journey of marriage brings with it many joys as well as challenges. Whether due to their quirky personalities or the peculiar people surrounding them, Hajime and Kaoru find themselves caught up in a variety of baffling and ridiculous antics. But despite the struggles they face, the love that ties them together spurs them to move forward and strive to become better people in order to bring their partner happiness. At number 7 we have Scum's Wish. To the outside world, Hanabi Yasuraoka and Mugi Iwaya are the perfect couple. But in reality, they just share the same secret pain. They are both in love with other people they cannot be with. Hanabi has loved her childhood friend and neighbor Narumi Kanai for as long as she can remember, so she is elated to discover that he is her new homeroom teacher. However, Narumi is soon noticed by the music teacher, Akane Minagawa, and a relationship begins to blossom between them, much to Hanabi's dismay. Mugi was tutored by Akane in middle school, and has been in love with her since then. Through a chance meeting in the hallway, he encounters Hanabi. As these two lonely souls spend more time together, they decide to use each other as a substitute for the one they truly love, sharing physical intimacy with one another in order to stave off their loneliness. At number 6 we have Anti-Magic Academy 35th Test Platoon. In a world plagued by magical dangers and threats, there exist special warriors, known as Inquisitors, who are tasked with non-violently preventing these threats and nefarious actions. The Anti-Magic Academy is a specialized school built to educate and train these Inquisitors, which splits its students into small squads in order to train them to work together. Among these talented squads is the 35th Test Platoon, also known as the Small Fry Platoon, due to its low ranking and incompetent members. However, everything changes when Oka Utori, a powerful yet rebellious former Inquisitor, is forced into joining due to her tendency to break rules and committing a serious violation, the killing of a witch. Tempers flare upon her arrival, as she clashes with their clumsy captain Takaru Kusanagi and argues with the rest of the squad over her views on witches. This eclectic group has a long way to go if they wish to succeed and climb the ranks at the Anti-Magic Academy. They must first set aside their differences and come to work together as a team. At number 5 we have Nodame Cantabile. Shinichi Chiaki is a first-class musician whose dream is to play among the elites in Europe. Coming from a distinguished family, he is an infamous perfectionist. Not only is he highly critical of himself, but of others as well. The only thing stopping Shinichi from leaving for Europe is his fear of flying. As a result, he's grounded in Japan. During his 4th year at Japan's top music university, Shinichi happens to meet Megumi Noda, or, as she refers to herself, Nodame. On the surface, she seems to be an unkempt girl with no direction in life. However, when Shinichi hears Nodame play the piano for the first time, he is in awe of the kind of music she creates. Nevertheless, Shinichi is dismayed to discover that Nodame is his neighbor, and worse, she ends up falling head over heels in love with him. At number 4 we have Okami-san and her 7 companions. Tomboy Ryuko Okami is a fierce boxer and the assigned bruiser of her club. Of course, no normal high school club needs a bruiser, but the Otoji Bank operates more akin to an actual bank. Here, the students can ask for favors from the club as long as they promise to return the favor in the future. 16-year-old Ryushi Morino is a shy boy, a far cry from the Otoji Bank members. To his biggest surprise, after unsuccessfully confessing to Ryuko, he inadvertently finds himself joining the club. Okami-san and her 7 companions follows the everyday lives of the Otoji Bank members as they tackle favors that range from the mundane to the dangerous. However, since Ryushi's sole motivation is to win Ryuko over, she doubts he will be able to have her back in a fight, especially when he can't even stand having people look at him, much less fight anyone. At number 3 we have Rumbling Hearts. In the warmth of a golden sun, timid high school student Haruka Suzumiya confesses to Takayuki Narumi, the boy she admires. Takayuki accepts Haruka's confession and the two become a couple, supported by their mutual friends Mitsuki Hayase and Shinji Taira. All is well for these friends, until tragedy strikes. One of them is sent to an unenviable fate, lying dormant in a coma. 3 years later, they awaken, but their sudden reappearance in everyone's lives threatens to test the limits of these friends' bonds. At number 2 we have Nana. Nana Komatsu is a helpless, naive 20-year-old who easily falls in love and becomes dependent and clingy to those around her. Even though she nurses ambitious dreams of removing herself from her provincial roots and finding her true calling, she ends up traveling to Tokyo with the humble reason of chasing her current boyfriend Shoji Endo. Nana Osaki, on the other hand, is a proud, enigmatic punk rock vocalist from a similarly rural background, who nurtures the desire to become a professional singer. Putting her career with a fairly popular band, and her passionate romance with one of its former members, firmly behind her, she boards the same train to Tokyo as Nana Komatsu. Through a fateful encounter in their journey toward the metropolis, the young women with the same given name are brought together, sparking a chain of events which eventually result in them sharing an apartment. As their friendship deepens, the two attempt to support each other through thick and thin, their deeply intertwined lives filled with romance, music, challenges, and heartbreaks that will ultimately test their seemingly unbreakable bond. At number 1 we have Hybrid X Heart Magia's Academy Ataraxia. Hida Kazuna possesses the HHG, Heart Hybrid Gear, ability, but it is not strong enough to make him particularly important. His older sister calls him to transfer to a strategic defense school, where many of the students, many of which are large-breasted girls, use their HHG abilities to fight invaders from another world while wearing extremely skimpy pilot outfits. Kazuna's fighting ability doesn't measure up, but his sister has another plan. Apparently having erotic experiences with Kazuna will allow the girls to replenish their energy or power up. It looks like his new school life is going to be full of embarrassment. Well, that's it for the list. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also check out my other videos. Bye.